Hi, I'm Virpi Nieminen from QPR Software, and today we have a balanced scorecard expert visiting us from Kenya, Mr. Peter Ndaa from BC. Please welcome to our headquarters in Helsinki.
Thank you very much. BC or Balanced Scorecard Eastern Africa is a performance management consulting organization based in Nairobi, Kenya, and we basically serve the whole of the Eastern African region. We've been consulting on performance management based on the Balanced Scorecard for the last 8 years or so. However, personally, I've been consulting on the Balanced Scorecard framework now for about 20 years or so.
Okay, since you have such extensive experience in balanced scorecard, we'd love to hear more about your work in the field. So, starting from the benefits, what are the biggest benefits that you've seen customers get from using balanced scorecard?
One of the biggest benefits of using the Balanced Scorecard is the ability of the framework to enable an organization to define and clarify the logic of how it's creating value to first customers, and second, how it's capturing that value for its shareholders. The other benefit of the Balanced Scorecard is basically enabling people to have dialogue on what is important for the organization and what they're trying to accomplish as an organization. And that's very important for if an organization needs to improve performance. And the third one, in terms of the benefits of the framework, is the whole. I would say it enables organization to basically be able to identify the processes that need improvements for them to be able to create value for their customers.
Okay, so these are the main benefits. Then, how about on the contrary? What would you say is the main challenge?
The main challenge with the Balanced Scorecard, first and foremost, is understanding. People have different understanding of what Balanced Scorecard is. For some people, it's basically a measurement tool. And for some people, it's a performance management tool. And there's a lot of differences between the two. The other challenge with the Balanced Scorecard comes in with the implementation. And here, they basically two aspects of that. First, leadership involvement is an issue. Leaders sometimes feel that they should not be involved and they don't commit time and get engaged in the process. And then when during the implementation phase, they don't use the framework to manage the business.
Okay.
And that can be really a challenge.
Okay, well, with this challenge in mind, what would you say is the main critical success factor to make sure that you still get those benefits?
I think the most important success factor is the leadership involvement. The leadership need to know that they need to get involved during the development phase and also take leadership, or rather get involved and use the tool during the implementation phase. They need to realize that they have to make decisions based on outcomes from or whatever feedback they get from the Balanced Scorecard framework, especially through the metrics, etc. So their involvement is very, very critical. The other success factor is involving everyone else in the process. What do I mean by that? It beats the purpose if you develop a Balanced Scorecard and develop metrics and performance results, as leaders, and then hand them over to other people within the organization to implement. It's good when the people are actually involved and they make decisions on what the best metrics are to use. They make decisions on what, in terms of what performance results they should be pursuing. That brings in buy-in for the whole system and increases success of the system.
For sure.
Yeah, and the other thing is recognizing that this whole system is a implementation of Balanced Scorecard is not an event. It's a journey. It's a way of life. That's another thing, and it requires a lot of data collection, data analysis, and reporting. So, adopting technology is another critical success factor, especially in today's world where we're dealing with huge volumes of data.
Right. So how about now talk about trends in Kenya and maybe beyond Kenya too, in the whole Eastern African region. What are the main trends going on right now in Balanced Scorecard?
I think looking at the region, and we are young economies basically, and therefore pretty young in terms of adopting good best practice in management. Uh, we are seeing a lot of organizations, including governments, now adopting the balance scorecard as a performance management system. A lot of almost every other organization come across, they'll say they're using a balance scorecard in one way or another.
Okay.
The other trend we are seeing evolving a lot is the use of the balance scorecard to drive transformation, and also the use of technology as especially softwares that to be able to manage the performance management systems. So those are the trends that we're seeing evolving in the region.
Okay. Interesting. Now talking about technology, what would you say, when would you actually recommend a customer to adopt the designated software for Balanced Scorecard?
That depends on the customer in terms of what balance scorecard means to them. If the um, customer is using the balance scorecard as a performance measurement tool, and that means that they just have the metrics, etc., then it is good to adopt the balance scorecard once they have defined their metrics or performance indicators, right? So that's very important. And then, if on the other hand they view the balance scorecard as a performance management tool, then they need to adopt the software a little bit earlier, at the point where they have agreed on their strategic goals or performance results. They need to start thinking of adopting a software to help them analyze their processes, because you only get results through your processes. And if you want to get different results, then you cannot get those results doing the same thing that you've been doing over and over again. You've got to
Right.
change what you're doing. So they need to adopt technology at that point to help them analyze the as is situation in terms of the processes, so that they can come up with ideas on what to fix to get the different results that they're trying to pursue. So it just depends on basically
The
the framework,
situation of,
yes, the
yeah.
situation. Yeah.
Right. Okay, thank you. That was very interesting, and I'm sure that this insight is applicable not only in Kenya but globally in other balanced scorecard markets as well. But thank you very much. And
Welcome.
if you'd like to know more about the QPR solutions and software, please visit us at qpr.com. Thank you.